All right, guys, looking at the frame underneath the truck, and I think I'm going to start with this round cross piece here. You can see the rust starts to get at it from the bottom half. So basically, I think I'm going to act as this piece for my test bed. Was that even a structured sentence? What I mean to say is I'm going to let this piece be my test bed. Let me just say it straightforward. Get the words out of the mouth and go from there. It appears to be welded in on either side for each frame rail, and I will just hit the rust as best I can, and once I have it cleaned up to a certain point, I'll do my roll-on paint. I'm not going to spray paint anything under here, and then we're going to see how that does. And if that works, great. If I'm satisfied with that, then I'm going to continue on for the other pieces along the truck. Like this piece here, I definitely want to hit that sooner than later. So you got some flakes of rust coming off there. And it seems to me that this paint is just really thin and real cheap, or maybe it just didn't bond to the metal that well. Maybe something wasn't treated right or that well at the factory, you never know. So I'm guessing many and all GM trucks have this similar issue. So I don't even know if it's an issue, just all cars tend to rust over time. But if I can prolong it, not prevent it, because everything rusts eventually, but if I can prevent it as much as I can, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so the paint, I don't know, it's maybe oil-based, or if you look at it here, or rather here, it's, in this spot, it's almost 1/8 of an inch thick, and it almost feels like foam, like spray-on foam. But if you look down here on this section that I've wire wheeled off with the Milwaukee, I don't know, it kind of looks oil-based. So you let me know what y'all think. There's all these little dimples here. If I could just kind of push those off real easily, you know, that's why it feels oil-based, almost like a oily crown. But I'll brake clean all this up real well, and we'll get to painting this tomorrow or over the weekend. All right, so we're ready for the paint stage. I essentially have the bottom half of this crossbeam support wire wheeled and brake cleaned off. And what would you guys do in this situation? Would you just leave the rust and keep most of that black oil-based coating from the factory? I think I have to attack the rust now. The truck is from 2013. It was built in 2012, so we're talking 13 years old just about. And if I don't attack the surface rust now, those rusty spots are just going to get worse and worse and worse. So that's what I'm going to do. You guys let me know what you would do in the comments, but I'm going to get started here. It's sprinkling a little bit, but luckily we're on the truck, so we don't have to worry about the rain too much. Also, I was going to use my roller brush, but when I was doing the running board, since they were round also, it never quite got like a nice roll to it, because then the paint would stream down. I would keep having to correct and catch it. So I'm just going to try this little brush here. Again, this is all just a test here to see how this is going to go before I go crazy on the rest of the frame. So I got just my gloss black Rust-Oleum paint, and we're just going to brush on a coat and then get on a couple more coats as we go along. So I'll just show you a little intro here, and I'll update you along the way, because once you watch paint for about 30 seconds, you're probably done, unless it's a professional painter in a paint booth and they're, oh, you know what's really cool is shops that powder coat parts. Like I was watching this video where a shop was powder coating brake calipers and control arms, and that's just super cool, because you see how long that they can last. It's very, very durable, and it looks really good as well. All right, so I'll come back with you after I have the first full coat on. I'll bring you in here just before I end the clip. You can see I've got it down to bare metal, and a little bit of rust will kind of imprint itself into the bare metal. That's all wire wheeled off. I've gone crazy on it with the wire wheel all the way to either side. And like I said, we're gonna bottom halve it and just build up our coats. And I think it's the best way to go, because I can't just leave stuff like that and let it just keep eating away at the frame, you know? Gotta do something about it. So we'll hit you back soon. Okay, here's the bottom half, first coat. Let me know what you guys think. I got into the corners. I got all the way across. And onto the other side, of course. And this is just the very first coat. It's a very thin coat, but we're just gonna build it up. I'm gonna do at least 3 coats, maybe 4, if I'm really feeling froggy. And if I like how it turns out, after a couple days of letting it dry up, set up, then we're gonna go for our frame rails with the roller, because the roller is, I think, the perfect size to come down these frame rails and just roll on coats. I may leave sections of it for now, just to kind of test longevity of my paint versus the current coating. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that, because I can attack this spot here, but this spot is still really good. And we'll just keep at it, slowly but surely. It's just anytime you own a car, that's your long-term battle with the rust. Of course, everything else mechanically. Well, that's where we're at, so thanks for watching.